last week? Was it okay?
Oh, yes, teacher.
Okay, and what did you study in the last week?
Last week study. I couldn't join, but I studied English for myself by book, by live stream. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I see you very often. You join different teachers' live stream, which means that you have got
Yeah.
great interest to learn.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. All right. Okay. Tasnim, welcome. Tasnim says, I want to speak English fluently. Welcome. Does anyone say not to speak? Tasnim? All right. So, welcome once again, guys. And thank you very much, Eugene. Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah. Teacher, your Japanese is very fluent, teacher.
No, I know only this word and sayonara, like goodbye. And I forgot the word how are you? How do you say? Gong,
お元気ですか? Yeah. お元気ですか?
okinki desu ka?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Teacher.
All right, okay. So today our plan is to learn some grammar and we practice some words and some phonetics or some sounds, okay? Which is really very important for you and for all of our learners. Remember that when you pronounce a word correctly, you will feel motivated to learn more, okay?
Yes, I got it.
Great. Sitara says, teacher, me no speak English. Okay, you don't speak English. But you have to try, Sitara. If you don't try, there is no way you can improve. Giving up is the failure, I should say. Hello, Amina, welcome. You're Amina from Bangladesh. Welcome, Amina. Thank you very much for joining. So once again, guys, it's really my pleasure to see many new faces from the different parts of the world. Our local time is 7:58 p.m. Saturday evening, which is the UK time, and I'm with Eugene, who is from Japan. Eugene, possibly we
Yes.
can practice some speaking and some grammar both together. I
Yeah.
believe that there will not be many people joining today, so it's an opportunity for you to practice a lot, right?
Yes, teacher.
Great. I'd like to show you this page. If you remember whether we have done it before or not. Have you done it before? Do you remember? Bill and Kristen?
I'm sorry, teacher.
Can you see the screen?
I have no experience to study with you.
Okay, that's okay. That's not a problem at all. Okay, so there is a grammar error or grammar mistake, and we need to find out the mistake. Then we can make more sentences.
Okay.
Okay. Before that, I've got a question. Do you know what is called proper noun?
Yeah, yeah. Proper noun.
Do you know what is proper noun?
Proper noun. Proper noun is it and it's. Is it correct, teacher? Proper noun.
So what is noun first? Do you know what is noun?
Noun is something. Noun is can be human or some subject. Yeah.
Okay, a noun is the name of anything. Like it could be human,
Name of the.
it could be a book,
Yeah.
it could be an animal, it could be a tree, it could be a river, it could be a
Yeah.
mountain, it
Yeah.
could be the name of a laptop or the name of a mobile phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so proper
Yes.
noun we call when a human has a name. That name is we call proper noun. In English, writing, we have to remember at the beginning of each sentence, we have to use uppercase or capital letter. Sometimes we call, okay? Letter, or sometimes it is called uppercase.
Uppercase.
Okay, so it is important for us to write accordingly. So Bill is the name of a person. You can see that the name has been written in small l or lowercase. Similarly, Kristen, another name. So we have to write these names in capital letter. That's the first mistake. So it should be Bill.
Bill. Oh.
Sorry, I made a mistake. It should be capital letter, yeah?
Capital letter. Oh, I got it, teacher.
Or uppercase. Okay, in Western countries, Bill is very common name. Okay, and you'll be surprised to know William is a proper English name. Is sometimes called shortened way Bill. Do you remember who was the president of the United States of America? And I think, have you heard the name of Bill Clinton, the U.S.
Bill
president?
Clinton. Yes, I ever heard his name.
Bill Clinton. His full name is William Clinton, but as I said, William is shortened in English Bill.
Oh, Bill.
So similarly, Bill Gates, his full name is William Gates. Do you know that?
No, this is new for me.
All right. So guys, people who do not know, Bill is the shortened form of William. Okay. So Bill Cosby, the greatest American actor, his name is William Cosby. Likewise, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and I'm trying to find out if there is any British president who has got named Bill. Okay. And there are some other names. Let me explain. Like Tony, yeah? You know this name, Tony.
Yes, Tony.
Tony is the shortened form of Anthony.
Anthony. Oh.
Okay. So in English names, they sometimes shorten the bigger name into, I mean, the bigger name into shortened form, like Tony for Anthony.
Teacher, is it applicable in the UK?
Yes, like we have a prime minister called Tony Blair. His full name is Anthony Blair.
Anthony Blair. Oh,
okay.
Oh, I got it, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Bill and Kristen. Okay, there are some questions. Let me read quickly. I have a question. Phrase and idioms important for getting high score in IELTS speaking. Yes. If you use phrase and idioms, it will be amazing. Amina says, how can I improve my speaking level? By speaking more with other people. Hello, Carl, welcome. Okay. It is really important, whatever you learn from anyone, it doesn't matter whether it's a student or a teacher, practice it. Remember, practice is the only key which will help you elevate your quality of speaking, your fluency, your expressions. I'm sure you're more or less confident, yes, Eugene and many other people. But why sometimes we can't speak? You need to find out. That's your homework. Maybe you don't know the words, vocabulary. Maybe you know the word, you don't know how to make them into complete sentences. Or maybe psychologically sometimes you're a bit shy, you're a bit scared, sheepish we call in English as well. You think maybe if I make a sentence, it will be wrong. Don't think like that. In conversational English, we can accept mistakes, but up to a certain level. If your mistakes makes a block of your communication, that is really a great mistake, and you shouldn't make like this. For example, Eugene, if I ask you, what did you play when you were 5 years old?
I played. I don't remember. I played soccer. Yes, something.
Okay, say something. Whatever X, Y, Z. Now here, the main question is, what did you play? That is, the did is the past tense. But if somebody answers it, oh, I play football when I'm 5 years old, that is totally wrong. It blocks the communication. It doesn't give the scenario that you're asking question from the past. Rather, it gives you the scenario you're telling what you do at the moment. So that is the important part of mistakes, the category and the limitation, and we should be careful when we are using it in our communication.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question, Bill and Kristen.
Bill and Kristen.
Look, then it says is, and it says fun. This sentence can be corrected in few ways. Amina, no problem. Thanks for your love and support. Bill and Kristen, if you remember, Bill is a third person singular number, any name in the world. And after that, generally, we have to use the singular verb in the present tense, like Bill is a funny boy, or Kristen is a funny guy. But
Yeah.
when we are, bringing these two persons with the conjunction and, it is becoming plural. So Bill and
Christine.
Kristen. Actually, it's not
Kristen.
Kristen. Remember, it's S sound, not E. Kristen are could be funny.
Are fun.
No, we don't say are fun, are funny. It should be adjective. Remember, we use am is or any kind of verb before an adjective. Okay? Or you can say
Okay.
Bill and Kristen are having fun. That's possible. If you want to keep fun, okay? Bill
Okay.
and Kristen are having fun. That is also possible, okay? All right?
Yes.
Clear? Now
Yes.
you have to make sentence, Eugene.
Yeah. Bill and Christine are funny. Are funny.
So make a sentence with two other names and you can use an adjective.
Yes. And yes. Me and Kim was having good time.
Say again.
Me and Kim had a good time.
Okay, may I ask you, why have you used me? Why didn't you use I?
I because
Mhm.
I I which one is correct? I sometimes I confuse it. Yeah, I was confused.
Sometimes you are confused. No worries, I'm going to explain to you. Remember, I is the subject, me is the reflective pronoun of I. When you're introducing with someone else, when you're explaining something, as a subject, always use I, do not use me. Okay, we can use me as a reflective pronoun when it is at the end of the sentence or a word. I'm going to give the examples of both of them. So your sentence will be, I and King are playing football, for example.
Play.
Football, yeah. Okay, now grammatically, we don't say like this. We don't create sentences. There is a rule. If there is first person, which is one, and second person, which is two, and third person, okay. Let us go for three people, three persons, then we'll come to two people or two persons. So if it is general explanation or you're describing something, we use the formula called 2-3-1. Okay, like you, John, and I are going for a holiday. Okay, so 2-3 and formula. Why 2 is the second person, 3 is the third person, I is the first person. You, John, and I are going for a holiday, say in Hawaii or New York or Japan or Tokyo, yeah, for example, or London, whatever. So remember, when it is a general description, general expression, we have to use this 2-3-1 formula, and that is really grammatically approved. Okay, clear? Eugene, would like to give an example with any other sentence.
2, 3, 1. You and he and I had a good time.
Had a good time. Very good. In past tense. You, he, and I had good time. Make it a little bit more specific. Last week, you, he, and I had
Last
we had a good time last week. Well done,
yes.
bravo. Now it got the point, right? So likewise, now if it's something like say a crime or something, any bad work, you have done something like fault. In that case, the formula just becomes reversely, like 132.
132.
Okay, like I, he, and you are guilty in charge.
Guilty in charge.
Okay, so guilty is a negative word. So when you're explaining, you have to say you're the first guilty person in grammar. Then you have to bring the third person, then second person. So when it is a negative expression or negative thought, or maybe a crime, or maybe a bad action, we use this formula 132. So Eugene, would you like to give an example, please, with 132?
I, she, and you. You get accident.
It is not negative, it's a general explanation. So it should be 231.
2, 3, 1.
Try one more time.
I, she, and you make car accident.
Similarly, you said the same sentence in two different ways.
Okay. I, he, and you. He, and you.
So did you ever travel in Japan without a ticket?
No.
It's not possible, right? But in many Asian and African countries, it is possible to travel a bus or train without a ticket. So if you're traveling without a ticket, that is a negative word. So you can describe like I, she, and you are traveling by train without ticket. It's a negative activity, right? Bad activity, in another word.
Bad activity.
Okay?
Okay.
We are charged violating the traffic rules, for example. Anything that is bad, beyond the law. Okay, for two people, generally, the first person should be later. Like King and I are playing football. Okay? So King and I are playing football. Gotcha? Did you get it?
Yeah. Yes, I got it.
That's lovely. So that's sentence number one. Sentence number two.
Number 2.
What do you think this
I
sentence?
I want to drink something juice. Drink.
Do you think that this sentence is incorrect?
Yes, it is incorrect sentence, in my opinion.
Amina has written, I and Taslima, that you should use a helping verb, Amina. I and Taslima are visiting new places, okay? You need to use a helping verb or auxiliary verb. We call are in this case. Do you think that sentence number two is incorrect? I want some juice. I want some water. I want some biscuit. I want some food. Do you think that it's incorrect?
I want some juice. In my opinion, it is incorrect. I want to drink some juice. I want to drink a juice. It is correct for me.
I want to drink a juice? No. You cannot use a juice. You can say a cup of juice, a glass of juice, a bottle of juice, a pack of juice. But some is a plural number. A is the singular number.
Yes, because juice is uncountable. Yeah.
Juice is uncountable, but still, I want some money. Is it correct?
I want some money. Incorrect. Yeah.
No, it is correct. I want some money is correct.
Oh.
Remember that some nouns are uncountable, like juice in this case, or money, or water, or knowledge. you know. But when you're using plural number, we have to use plural words like some, or we call these words are called determiner that determines the quantity. Okay,
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes.
determiners. Okay, I and Taslima are visiting new places, but it should be the other way around, Amina. Taslima and I. That is what I explained. Taslima and I are visiting new places. Okay, I want some juice is a correct sentence. That's it. Is just a test to find out sometimes from the learners whether you have understood the grammar or not. This sentence is correct. There is nothing wrong.
Teacher, I have a question. Is it only applicable? Is it only
Applicable. Applicable.
applicable? Is it only applicable? Uncountable.
Yes. And you can use also uncountable. In that case, the subject should be plural. Because juice is uncountable, we haven't made it plural. Like if I say, I want some books, or I want a few books. Now look, books is countable. We use a few when it is a countable noun. If somebody says, I want some books, that is incorrect. It should be, I want a few books, or maybe I want 2 books, because book is singular, books is plural. Okay, so I want some juice, I want some water, I want some money. That's fine. There is nothing wrong, okay?
I want some bread.
I want some bread. Yes, bread is uncountable, but I want a piece of bread. Now you're using determiner, singular, a piece of bread.
I see. I got it, teacher.
Do you know this expression, a piece of cake?
Piece of cake, yes. Piece of cake.
What does it mean?
Piece of cake means only one piece of cake. The cake is only one piece.
Okay, if somebody says, I would like to have a piece of cake, please, then it is a piece of cake. But mathematics is a piece of cake for me. It is an idiom. What does it mean in that case?
I have no idea. What does that mean?
Okay, I'm just going to explain. Hang on a second. A piece of cake. Generally, if it is used in idioms, idioms are those which has got a special meaning. So a piece of cake is a very easy thing. Like mathematics is a piece of cake for me. But if somebody says, I would like to have a piece of cake, that is means one single piece of a cake. It is not the idioms anymore.
Oh, I got a piece of cake.
A piece of cake, yeah. You can use it in speaking and other times and now with other people or teachers. Hey, you can say English learning is a piece of cake for me. I know all the rules. I know all the grammar.
I got it.
Amina, that is an incorrect sentence. I want few pen. No. I want a few pens. Okay, pen is a countable noun once again. So we have to use pens, plural number. So is it clear and okay now, Eugene?
Yes,
some juice, some water.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a piece of cake when you're asking for a cake and when it's an idiom. Okay, sentence number 3.
Oh, it is incorrect sentence, teacher.
What would be the correct sentence then?
I have 2 cars.
Very good, bravo, arigato. 2 cars.
Yeah.
Car is a countable noun, so we have to use s. Would you like to make another sentence for second person? Do you remember what
I have? Yeah, I have a daughter.
I have
a daughter. I have a daughter.
You have a daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a daughter. Okay. All right.
I have a daughter.
You have a daughter. Okay. Do you like to have a son as well in the future? I'm just joking.
No. We have any plan.
I'm just joking. Don't worry. Sometimes I make fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember it is a countable noun. Car, son, daughter, school, college, child, book, then teacher, student, laptop, mobile phone, a city, town. These are countable nouns. And when we like to make it plural, we use only s after that. So city becomes cities. But there is a rule. If there is a y at the end, when you're making plural, the y becomes ies. Okay. So for example, so baby become in plural babies. Okay. Likewise, city becomes cities. Okay.
Okay.
So child becomes children, teacher become teachers, student becomes students, town become towns, car becomes cars.
Cars.
Okay.
Cars.
Cars. Yeah. As you're learning British IPA, car, we do not pronounce R, but when there is plural, we have to pronounce R in that case. They have got few cars. Blimey. What kind of model they've got, I wonder. Remember that it's very important to understand how R should be pronounced in British IPA and where we should pronounce and where we don't have to pronounce. That is the first part of learning British IPA. Letter R and letter T. I think I explained to you many times, guys. Remember, these two letters are very
Yes.
important in British English that differentiates straight away from the American English. Americans must pronounce R and we don't have to pronounce R, not necessarily. And we pronounce T as strong T, whereas they pronounce T as a flap T or D. Like water. They don't say water, they say water. Yeah, R is there. Okay. Hello, Abdi Lila. Welcome. All right. Shall we move to the number 4?
Yeah. Number 4.
Okay.
Juan and Yao, my best friends. It is incorrect sentence, teacher.
Okay. What would be the correct sentence? Number 4.
Juan and Yao are my best friends.
Very good. Jua and Yao. I'm sorry, Juan. Yes. Okay. Are my best friends. Hello, Elena. Welcome. So very easy, but as you know, we start grammar very basic to upper level, and we also practice. Uh,
Yeah.
Great. Number 5.
Number 5. I going with Tom. It is an incorrect sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Tom.
Okay, in present tense. If you want to say in past tense,
I went with Tom.
but if you want to use going in past tense, what would be?
I was going with Tom.
Very good. I'm going with Tom, present tense. I was going with Tom, past tense. But if you want to say in future tense, what it will be?
I will go with Tom.
But if you want to use, that's correct though. Bravo. If you want to use bar with ing in the future, that should be future continuous tense or progressive.
I will be going with Tom.
Very good. Wow, that's really good example. Bravo. And arigato one more time, Eugene. I'm going with Tom present tense, present continuous or progressive. I was going with Tom last week to see a movie, past tense. I'll be going with Tom next month to watch the football in Wembley Stadium in Sunderland, future tense.
Yeah.
Hello,
Future
welcome. I
continuous.
can't see the name.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Number 6.
Number 6. I work landscaping company.
Hello, Adam, welcome. You're from Tunisia. So, dear viewers, hang on a second. If you're interested to join to these grammar interactive sessions and speaking practice, you're more than welcome. What you have to do, you have to visit my profile and sign up. That there are 2 free lessons for you waiting for you. Join it today before the time is gone. And I'm sure you love it. You like it, and you like to talk to Eugene, me, and many other people. You see, I have used me, Eugene, and me. We use me at the end of the sentence. I forgot to explain. Like it is you and me. Who is there? It's me. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, who is knocking the door? It's me. And remember that when you're introducing, and I've seen it in many Indian movies, and some they use reflective pronoun as introductions, like me, like for example, Biddavalyan. No, we don't use reflective pronoun as an introduction. It should be I'm Biddavalyan, or this is Vidyavalan, or whatever. Okay, and sometimes people also say, hey, myself Biddabalan. That is also wrong. Do not use me, myself as an introduction of your sentence to someone else. Use straight away I am, or this is, or you can say it is if you want to use third person.
Okay.
Great. So
I got it.
you got it, yeah? Very good. I work landscaping company.
No, it is an incorrect sentence, teacher.
It is an incorrect sentence. Okay, what would be the correct sentence in this case?
I work for a landscaping company.
Landscaping.
Landscaping.
I work for a landscaping company. Very good. Bravo. Arigato. Adam says, I love to learn English. Welcome. If you are interested to join our sessions, what you have to do, once again, visit my profile and join the free lessons or trial lessons. 2 lessons free for each and every new user. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let us find out topics that we can discuss more to develop speaking. Remember, dear viewers, if you are learning a second language like English, we have to focus our weaker sides. Like Eugene is really improving a lot. I'm very happy for you today because you have demonstrated the grammar explanation, the present tense, past tense, and future tense correctly, which is really impressive. Okay.
Okay. Thanks to your good explanation, teacher.
No worries. I always try to make and explain in a simplified way so that anyone can understand. Okay, I'm sure Eugene, you said that very often you like reading books. Okay.
Yes.
So today you're going to describe a book that you read
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. Explain a book what I read.
Red, yeah. Remember, read is the present tense. Similar spelling. We in past tense it sounds like red color. So describe a book that you read. Oh, sorry, I missed T. You see, when I'm typing quickly, I'm always missing something else. Sorry, guys. I'm going to rewrite it. Okay, so what you're going to describe, I'm going to give you some clue. Okay.
Okay.
Number 1, what's the name of the book? Okay, that
Okay.
let's start like this. Hey guys, like this, you can say, I'm going to describe a book that I read last year. Or you can say like this, reading book is one of my hobbies. I like to read different kinds of books. It could be a romantic book, it could be a thriller, it could be a mystery or sci-fi, or it could be an autobiography. Okay, still 2 or 3 sentences like this, then you go to the main topic. Please bear in mind when you're describing any topic, there are always 3 parts. Introduction, okay, you're giving introduction, then body,
Okay.
you're explaining few characters of the book, why do you like the book, who wrote it, what's the book
Yeah.
about, did you like any character, did you like any sentence, or is there any moral of the book. Okay, and then you can say, oh, I still remember the book, I wish I could read more. Make up a story. Remember that when you're describing something, especially this is also helpful for you if you're planning to sit for the IELTS exam and Q card, which is task 2, you need to talk at least 2 minutes. Okay, I will hope that today you're going to talk at least 2 minutes or more. So I'm going to check the timing as well. Okay,
Okay.
so if you've got any question, please let me know before we start. I can explain you what you have to do one more time. Okay. So,
Okay.
dear viewers, once again, people who are watching, if you're interested to join, you're more than welcome. What you have to do, you have to visit my profile and sign up from there. There are 2 free lessons waiting for you guys.
Okay. Teacher, I'm ready to start.
Okay, so start now, please.
Yes. Um, the book, a book. What I did was preparing IELTS test, the English for exams, and I read this book, and I'm reading this book as well because I'm preparing IELTS test in order to get 6.5 over on all of the section of in IELTS. This book was issued in Bangladesh. I received this book from my friend who are who lives in Bangladesh, and I have no idea. He had experience. Take he had experience taking IELTS test in his country, and he he gave a suggestion to me. It this book uh, this book will be helpful. This book will be helping to improve to improve my English skill. And I received this book through via email from him. And I studied it at least 2 times in a year. This book consists. This book is consists over 400 pages. There are a lot of questions in order to prepare IELTS test. And I'm going to read this book today because I I will take a I will take the IELTS test on August this year.
Finished?
Yes, I got finished, teacher.
Oh, there are some things you should explain. Why do you like the book? Give a little bit more good reasons. And have you finished all of the books yet?
Oh, finish the book. Oh, just a moment. When you went there.
Okay, and
Oh.
how many pages the book has got?
This book is consists 400 over pages.
Okay, not is considered. This book has. This book
This book
has
has
more than 400 pages.
this book has
Okay, I'm just
400
writing it for you. This book has more than 400 pages. Okay, so when was the book published? Who is the publisher or who is the writer?
The name is
Say it is
Makar.
writer, Ra.
Ra.
The way you pronounce my name, Rahat, writer.
Right. Right.
Okay, so tell me the name. Let's explain one more time. Recently, I got a book from my friend who lives from in Bangladesh. He sent me a book about IELTS preparation, and the name of the book is. Now, tell me the name of the book, please. Follow the sentence with me. Recently, I got a book from my friend as a gift, who sent it from Bangladesh. Look, you're making a compound sentence. Amazing. Okay, Eugene,
Thank you.
tell me like this.
Yeah.
Recently, I got a book from my friend who lives in Bangladesh, and the book is about IELTS preparation.
Oh, yeah.
And the name of the book
Recently.
is present tense because The book is with you. The name of the book is IELTS Preparation by Makar. Okay. Now we are going to describe. The book has 400 pages, and there are 4 sections like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And there are lots of homeworks. I read it almost every chapter every day because I have a plan to sit for the IELTS exam this year. And I believe that by studying this book, it will be helpful for me to develop my IELTS preparation in a better way. Tell me something like this, okay? And the book, is just beside my table. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I find the book, and it reminds me to study. Tell me something interesting, okay?
Okay.
However, you spoke already 2 minutes 43 seconds. That's pretty cool. But you need to be more fluent, okay? You need to speak a little bit more, Eugene. If your target is getting 6 or above 6.5, then you have to be a very good speaker. Remember that. It's not easy though, but it is not impossible though. You can do it if you practice it.
Okay, teacher.
All right, very good. Now, number 4. Did you practice this a crowded place you went to?
Yes. Cloud place. You went. Oh, yes.
You did, yeah? Okay, I'm going to write some more question about the books. If you give me a second, please. Where is this question? Okay, sometimes before that, you need to add something of your own, okay? So use like this. In my opinion, or to me, I guess, I believe, I reckon. If you ask me, in my perception, in my point of view, these are some ways you can always add your opinion. Okay, so my next question would be, hang on a second. What kinds of book do you like to read? And why? Okay.
He not only read the book, I, like everyone else, had read these stories in print.
Okay, these are some question. What kind of book do you like to read and why?
What kind of books? Oh. I prefer to read English books related to IELTS.
Okay,
IELTS test.
once again, read. Rahat, read. Okay, not lead. Read.
Read. Okay.
Related.
Related.
Okay, say the ra sound. Ra. Wrong. Wrong. Rahat. Risk. Rescue. Remember. Return. Now you're doing great. Now it becomes L here. Why? Return. Return. Rat. Ram. Red. Very good. Bravo. Well done. So read and related. Read. Related. Related.
Related.
I've written in the comment section. Related.
Related.
Ra. Again, ra, related.
Related.
Very good. Relate, then related. Relax.
Relax.
Very good. Okay, so once again, please answer, what kind of book do you like to read and why?
Yeah. I prefer to read the IELTS test books because I would like to get a good score on IELTS test.
Very good. Do you read any other kind of book other than IELTS book?
Relating to English skill book, I prefer all kinds of books. I prefer to read. Yeah.
Very good. All right, hang on a moment. I'm just... Have you updated your Hallo app?
Oh yes, it was updated automatically. Suddenly, teacher.
So automatic update is on. Okay, some mobiles phone do not have the option. You have to do it manually.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. And I've just seen in the new update, when somebody is conducting a live stream, you can understand whether it's a teacher or a student. It says teacher, 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 teacher Ryan, teacher Ahmed, me. You see, again, me is coming. Three teachers are conducting the live stream, and there are many students. That's
I
great.
see.
Okay, cool. So is library available in a country? Almost every place?
Yes, teacher. There are a lot of library. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I can. I'm able to see library easily.
Okay, there are a lot of, as library is a countable number, we have to use libraries.
Libraries.
Remember, if there is y at the end of a noun, when it becomes plural, it becomes ies. It's like baby, babies, cities, cities, library, libraries. Okay,
Libraries.
so
Okay,
there are a
teacher.
lot of libraries in our country. And can you borrow book easily from the library?
Oh yes. At first, I need. I should register. I
Register,
should do.
register,
I should register.
register, again,
Ra, ra,
register.
ra. Register.
Very good. You're doing
Re-
great, Eugene. Look, once you get the sound of R, it will not be confused with L. Okay? Register.
Yes.
Say it again.
Register.
Very good. Register. So you mean to say you have to be a member first. You have to register as a member, library member, right?
Okay. Yeah. I should register.
Mm-hmm.
Register in a library.
I have to register as a member for the library, not in library.
Yes. Register as a member of library. Yeah.
Very good. At first or at the beginning, I have to register myself. You can use now reflective pronoun as a member of the library, and then you can tell me how we can be a member. Do you have to fill up a form to be a member there?
Oh yes. We should fill out application form
Mm-hmm.
in a library,
Okay.
and it is very easy, not difficult. Simply fill out your name and address, phone number. That's all.
Do they check your proof of address and proof of ID when you're registering?
Oh yes, we should submit our ID card.
Hmm. So you have to include this information because you're explaining. So first we have to register as a member of the library. So in order to register, we get a form from the library, we fill it up, then they ask my proof of ID like identity card or a passport copy, and proof of address where you live, so that they know I'm giving the right address and the right name. Okay,
Yeah.
remember, it's
Yes.
very important when you're giving information to someone else, it should be complete and clear so that the person can understand. So if someone wants to be a member, what they have to do next time, they have to bring their passport or maybe an identity card or ID card or also proof of address. Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
Yes.
So is membership free or do you have to pay money?
You don't need to pay money because it is free. All of the Japanese citizen or and foreigner.
So the library membership is free for each and every person, including citizens and the foreigners. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Okay. And for how many days you can, so how many books you can borrow at a time, and for how many days you can keep at your home?
We are able to borrow. We are able to borrow 20 books in a
20
month.
in a
Yeah,
month.
20 books.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And for how many days you can keep those books?
We are able to keep it 2 weeks. Once we borrow.
Say once I borrow, that's when you don't have to use we. Once I borrow, okay.
Once I borrow. Yeah.
Okay, and if somebody forgets to return the book within the 2 weeks, does the library send you a letter or makes you a penalty?
No, there is no penalty, but the staff, uh, the staff who working in library
Staff,
make phone.
staff.
The staff who are working in library make phone call to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Say they made a phone call. I was in holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do they do in that case?
Holiday. Holiday is holiday. They don't manage on holiday.
Hmm.
They will make phone call you next day of holiday.
So they'll make a phone call to you to
Mm.
find out when you're back from your holiday. Okay. So there is no compensation or no penalty, yeah?
Yes, there is no penalty.
Very good. So that's so this is kind of another discussion topic and speaking topic. Great, well done. Do you have any questions or anything to ask, Eugene, so that we can discuss?
Yes. How about in the UK? Are they a lot of library?
Yeah, there are almost every corner there is a library. You can be a member with your proof of ID and proof of address, and you can keep 4 weeks. You know, they don't allow more than 6 books at a time in a month.
Mm.
Okay, and if you forget to return it after 4 weeks, they will send you an email or call you, and they will make a penalty for the 7 days, £1. For 2 weeks,
Oh,
it becomes double.
I see.
Okay,
Oh, yes. I have a question, teacher.
sure.
When we lost the book that borrowed from library, how should we do?
Okay, if you lose a book, if it's borrowed from a library, then you have to inform the library then and then. And there is some, I think, compensation policy again because it has been lost under your supervision. So you have to give some, compensation to them because books are very expensive, as you know.
Oh, I see. Teacher,
Right?
thank you.
And what
Thanks for
happens in
answering.
Japan if you lose a book?
Hmm.
Do you have to pay any compensation or penalty money?
Oh yes, but I had no experience. Lost my book that borrowed from library, but I expect I should refund it to library.
Mhm.
I should do refund it to library.
You should return it to the library. Okay.
Yeah,
Not refund. Refund is related to money. It is return.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
return.
Okay. Remember, fund is money. Refund is about money. Okay. And return is about giving back something other than money. We don't say, hey, return my money. No. This is the part we call collocation. If you remember, collocation is the part that tells us which word we should use properly. Okay. So if I have lended you some money, then I should say, hey, refund my money quickly. But we don't say return my money. But if I have given you my pen or book, then I should say, hey, return my book or pen quickly. Okay. In that case, we don't say refund. Remember, refund came from the word fund, where fund means money. Okay. Like very often we ask for students who are coming to study in the UK, do you have you got enough funding for studies by yourself? Because studying in the UK is very expensive. Each year you have to pay as an international student 15,000 US dollar for 9 months. But if you have got funding from somewhere, maybe a scholarship or maybe from the university, or maybe someone is sponsoring you, then you don't have to pay the tuition fees. It will be free for you.
Oh, I see.
But in the UK, the amazing part is that for the British citizens, government has lots of opportunities. Okay, so as I say, if you remember, schooling is free for each and every resident. Doesn't matter whether you're a citizen or not. From the preschool, that is before the kindergarten, to up to A level, everything is free for each and every resident of this country. Okay. And when a British citizen goes to higher studies, then government has the scheme to support each and every student by law. Okay. For example, if you're planning to study medical degree, studying medical degree is very expensive in the UK. The tuition fees at least every year is 20,000 US dollars.
Oh, 20,000. Oh, that's
Okay.
very expensive.
Yeah, and you have to study at least 6 years. So it is 120,000 US dollars. Okay. But what the government will pay this $120,000 for your studies, and government will pay extra $5,000 every month for your expense. So you're going to get $150,000 from the government for your study purpose. And the rule is that as soon as you finish a degree, you went back to a job, and your salary is more than $35,000 in a year, then you have to start paying them back. Okay.
Oh, that's very good system.
It is, yeah. In many Western countries, they have got this type of systems. And also, if you ever search, there are many universities around the world that offer scholarships to many countries, almost every country. But you have to have very good result, academic result, like maybe undergraduate or graduate. You have to have 70% or above marks, and you have to have good score in IELTS exam, 7.5 minimum. Okay, in academic. And in some cases, you have to have GRE. Have you heard this exam? I'm writing it.
No, teacher.
GRE, okay? GRE exam is needed for those people, those students who like to study in the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand for graduate and postgraduate level, where you have to demonstrate your understanding of logics, critical reasoning, and mathematics. And there is like a scoring system, and they have a score that you have to get these and these. They'll mention it. Okay,
Okay.
so that's pretty cool. We have practiced a little bit speaking as well as some grammar. Remember, Eugene, if you've got any other question, you can always welcome and join me and bring your question with you. Okay, the more you practice,
Okay.
you'll be more confident.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
and
I want to get more confidence when I speak English.
so what you have to do, tell me please. Why do you
Only Yeah, only practice.
Practice. Remember, practicing in a correct way. Sometimes some people practice in a wrong way. You have to know vocabulary. I'm writing it once again. Very important vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Okay. So vocabulary are different kinds of words. Like it could be synonyms, it could be antonyms, it could be phrasal verbs, it could be a collocation. Hello, Doha, welcome. It could be an idiom, it could be a phrase. Remember that we can use phrases and idioms in our speaking, like I'm over the moon, but I'm not under the weather. These are like two idioms you use very often. You know that the meaning, don't you? I'm over the moon. What does it mean, Eugene?
Over the moon. What does that mean? Over the
If you
moon.
think that my head is a moon, if you go over my moon, over the head means you're very happy. Happy. So it is like an expression, over the moon. I'm writing it for you. In conversational English or spoken English, we can use idiom, but not in written English. Likewise, under the weather, okay, under the weather means when somebody is sick, not well, somebody is not feeling well, we say, hey, today I'm a bit under the weather and I don't want to go to the lesson or class. I like to stay at home. Remember, when you learn an expression, make it a sentence. Make one sentence of both of you. Both of these expressions, Eugene. Over the moon.
Over the moon. I'm over the moon now.
Remember, you have to give an explanation. Why are you happy? Because I have known a grammar rule. I'm over the moon now. Okay. Tell me one more time.
Because I learned a lot of vocabulary from you. I'm over the moon now.
Very good. How about under the weather?
Under the weather. I'm so sad because I have no time to practice. I'm under the weather.
Very good. Because I'm under the weather. Create a sentence like this. Because you're sick, that's why I couldn't practice. Because I was under the weather, I couldn't practice at all. Okay. Make a compound sentence. That would be amazing. Because I was under the weather, which is why, or for this reason, I was not able to practice or learn anything.
Okay.
One more time.
I'm under the weather because I'm so sick.
It is same sentence you're saying twice. I'm not feeling well, so I'm under the weather. Yeah. Okay. We have got 25 seconds. That's pretty good. So thank you very much, Eugene, once again. And all the people who have joined silently and who have made comments, guys, thank you very much for listening to me. Make sure you practice it. There is no shortcut, once again. No quicker method, no alternative other than practice. Practice, practice, practice. I always utter it 3 times. Thank you, Eugene. I'll see you later. You take care.
Thank you so much.